Very good morning to all of you, my dear friends. This is Shafiq Ahmed, and you're all welcome to your favorite YouTube channel. Let's learn together. So, we have missed can also. So, welcome back to all of you. Why power is sharing is desirable? The first reason was that because it reduces the possibility of conflict between two social groups. दो social groups में अगर power divide कर देंगे, दो हो या दो से ज़्यादा हो, है ना? Maybe two, maybe three, maybe four. Then if you will divide the power between them, then there will be lesser chance of what conflict between them, because they will both the groups or all the groups will share power, so they will all have the chances of appearing or taking part in the decisions of the government, so there will be less chance of conflict between those social groups. So that is why power sharing is desirable. There are a few more reasons that you can establish, you can write there also, that it ensures the stability of political power also. Yeah, because if the power will be shared, then there will be no fall of government time and time again. The government will lead and there will be no violence, because we know due to violence there is always political instability in the country. So if the power will be shared, we are sure that we will have a stable government, which will run throughout the time of 5 years. So that is quite very good while sharing the power. So that is also one of the reasons that you can mention over there. And the next reason is what strengthen the unity of the nation. Power sharing means everyone will have the chance to take participate in the government affairs, in the or in making decisions of the decisions for the country. So it will what it will do, it will just strengthen the unity of the nation. People will be united together, will live together peacefully also. Because if the majority of the population in a community, such as it was in Sri Lanka, you know, there was almost 78% people who are speaking Sinhala language. So if those community will have the power and they will try to dominate, then they can run the government, but they can do it for a short time also, not for the long time. Because every time and then if you will dominate on others, they will also try to take revenge, they will also try to take get out of this particular situation. So it will what it will do, what it will damage the unity of the nation if you will not share the power. So if you are sharing the power, it will strengthen, and it ensures safeguard to majority people also, because there is a maximum chance of dictatorship type of government in the majority. If a particular party or government wins all the seats, or all the majority wins by majority, then there is a chance of what that they can, such few people in that particular government may ruin the others desires also. So that is also very dangerous if you are not sharing the power. So power sharing is really quite good. And these set of reasons are also known as prudential reasons, because you are confirm over here, and there is no insurity that you will not it will not strengthen the unity of nation, it will not ensure. There is no type of, you can say, इसमें कोई शक नहीं है कि ये सारी चीजें नहीं होंगी, है ना? It is quite confirmed that it will ensure that the stability of political power, it will strengthen the unity of the nation. And it will, that is also quite very important, my dear students, that it will also ruin or disturb the relationships of the members of the same community, of the same party also. Because if there are two or three members of of the same party, and they will try to dominate over the other members of the same party only. So if you will share the power among them, then it is good. So this set of reasons are termed as prudential reasons, because it depends on the calculation. सारे calculation हो जाते हैं, profit loss जो भी है वो देख लिया जाता है, और उसके बाद ही ये आपको बताया जा रहा है that it is quite confirmed in these places. नेक्स्ट रीजन क्या है वाई पावर शेयरिंग इज डिजायरेबल? इट प्रोवाइड्स करेज टू डेमोक्रेसी, है ना? ये डेमोक्रेसी को एक हिम्मत भी देता है. In a democracy, we all know Abraham Lincoln has given us a very good definition of about democracy, that it is ruled by the people, for the people, and of the people. So we all know that in a democratic rule, power is shared with those affected by its exercise. And in a democratic country, the power are shared with those people who are going to be affected with the implementation of any particular act or law. जैसे आपके ऊपर में एक लॉ लाया जाता है यहाँ के रहने वाले लोगों के, इंडिया का मान लेते हैं, एक पर्टिकुलर एक्ट स्टैब्लिश किया जाता है, आप पर इम्प्लीमेंट किया जाता है। बट इन ए डेमोक्रेटिक कंट्री जैसे कि इंडिया है, आपसे पूछकर किया जाता है ना। दे यूज्ड टू आस्क इन द पार्लियामेंट, है ना, विथ योर रिप्रेजेंटेटिव, because we in India we are having representative type of government. People used to elect their representative who used to represent them in the parliament. So in the parliament, a particular act or law is presented and voting system is there. So the people, you can say indirectly, have been asked, you know, before the implementation of such an act. So it is really guide and it is providing a moral character to the democracy. And it democracy को एक moral character ये मदद कर रहा है, एक पेश कर रहा है, that yes, it is having some moral values also. That's why this type of reason that where power is shared, है ना, and people are asked before the implementation of any particular act or law. This is known as what? Moral reason or moral values of democracy. And now there is a new term over you in your screen, that is the legitimate government. So what is it? Legitimate government is one where citizens through participation, you know, we are asked to participate, you know, we used to go and vote and elect our representative, and they used to do something or take decisions on our behalf. So legitimate government is one where citizens through participation acquire a chance, means they have a chance to take part in the system, either directly or indirectly. Directly, you can become the DM of your particular area, district magistrate. You can become the lawyer or the judge of a particular high court or lower court. So you can be a part of the system. Either you can take participation indirectly also through your representative also. So legitimate government is such a government where the citizens are having full chance to take participate in the system. Now the part of taking chance is directly or indirectly. Directly, you can become government officers and you can take part in the system, or indirectly you can elect your representative who will take decisions on your behalf. So that is a legitimate government. So these are the moral reasons which are providing the values. So you might face this question in your board exam also, about prudential and the moral reasons. So the first set of reasons that we have just revised are known as prudential. And what is the real meaning? Okay, let us see that also. Prudential reason is stress what? It is stress the power sharing will bring out better outcomes. यानी कि stress करता है, जोर देता है prudential reason कि पावर शेयरिंग से क्या होगा, एक बहुत बेहतरीन आउटकम आएगा, है ना. अ बेटर वेट आउटकम इज रियली गारंटीड. ये प्रूडेंशियल रीजन होता है. प्रूडेंशियल रीजन क्यों होता है? बिकॉज इट बेस्ड ऑन केयरफुल कैलकुलेशन ऑफ गेन्स एंड लॉसेस. यानी बहुत केयरफुली कैलकुलेशन किया जाता है कि पावर शेयरिंग करने से प्रॉफिट होने वाला है कंट्री को या लॉस होने वाला है. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट, है ना, इट इज क्वाइट गारंटीड दैट if the power will be shared, then better outcome is guaranteed over there. Prudential reasons is really acting opposite to that. Okay, now prudential reasons are usually contrasted or opposite with the decision purely based on moral consideration. अब ये दोनों एक जैसा नहीं है. moral values जो है वो values पर काम करता है. moral reasons, है ना, जहाँ पर हम लोग कह रहे थे, है ना, we were discussing that yes, power should be distributed among the different members of the same party also, you know, where people should be asked before the implementation of any particular act or law. तो ये जो है ये should भी है कि ऐसा होना चाहिए. that is the moral values. So ये दोनों आपस में बहुत differ करते हैं आपस में. You can see over here, moral reasons highlight the very act of power sharing as valuable, है ना. moral reasons क्या बताता है कि power sharing valuable है, और जबकि प्रूडेंशियल बताता है कि पावर शेयरिंग जो है ये स्ट्रेस करता है, ये जोर देता है that it will really bring better outcomes for the country. You can see there is a contrast over there. So maintaining the spirit of democracy is considered as the moral reason of power sharing. That is maintaining the spirit of democracy. Democracy को maintain करना ही, उसके character को maintain करना ही moral reason है. It produce what? Moral reason produce accountable, responsible and legitimate government. और एक लाइन में आप देख सकते हैं, दोनों को कंपेयर कर सकते हैं हम लोग. Prudential reason state that power sharing will bring out better outcomes, while moral reason emphasize means stress on जोर देता है द वेरी एक्ट ऑफ पावर शेयरिंग एज वैल्यूएबल। तो एक बताता है कि बेटर आउटकम्स के बारे में बात करता है, प्रोटेक्शन रीजन, लेकिन मोरल रीजन जो है वो किस पर बात करता है, वैल्यूज के लिए बात करता है। इट इज आस्किंग अबाउट द वैल्यूज। सो so and it studies in a Dutch medium school. Dutch medium means what? Means most of the people or the students in that school are speaking Dutch language. And it studies in a Dutch medium school in the northern region of Belgium. Northern region, where 59% of the population speaks Dutch. Got it? 59% of them are speaking Dutch. Many French speaking students in her school. Now, the demand or the desire of the French student who are studying in the same school in that Dutch medium school means the official language of that school is Dutch. Okay. So many French speaking students in our school want the medium of instructions to be French. 59% are the Dutch speaking students, and rest you can see 41%, around 41% are French speaking students. Now the medium of teaching in the school is Dutch language. The teachers are using Dutch language to teach, but the students who are learning there as a French speaking students, they are French speaking, they understand French in a well mannered way, so they want or they desire that the medium of instruction should be changed to French. Now another condition, let us see Selvi. Selvi studies in a school in the northern region of Sri Lanka. Now the first condition was there from Belgium. The second one is what, from Selvi, that is from Sri Lanka. She studies in the northern region of Sri Lanka. All the students in her school are Tamil speaking. Everyone Tamil speaking means their mother tongue maybe Tamil language. They are Tamil speaking language, and they want the medium of instructions to be Tamil. So that is okay if all the students, as it is written over there, that all the students in a school are Tamil speaking. So there is a chances that their desire or their demand will be fulfilled, because the medium of instruction to be Tamil, it is no problem with that. So let us see what is the thinking over here. You will have to think over here and tell me. I will just unmute you all so that you can tell me the reason also by having this question. So where is that question? Let me show you. Yeah. If the parents of Annette and Selvi were to approach a respective government to realize the desire of the child, means if the parents of Annette, and Annette studies in a Dutch medium school, so if the parents of Annette will go to the government or respective department, and if the parent of Selvi also will go to the respective department or to their government, they will approach, their parents will approach to the government to realize the desire of the child, because Annette wants the instruction to be French in Dutch medium school, and Selvi wants the medium of instructions to be in Tamil language. So what is the greater chances of succeeding? Who is more likely to succeed? And you will have to tell me the reasons how they are going to succeed and why they will get succeed over here in these two conditions. Our next topic is what? Problems and the solutions for power sharing. It means what are the problems that power sharing is facing, and what are the solutions, what are the favorable points you can say for power sharing. पावर शेयरिंग को प्रॉब्लम्स क्या क्या हो रहा है, और पावर शेयरिंग को उसके सॉल्यूशंस क्या मिला है. लेट अस सी. नंबर 1 पॉइंट नंबर, व्हाट आर द फर्स्ट प्रॉब्लम इन पावर शेयरिंग इज व्हाट? दैट इज द ट्रेडिशनल बिलीफ, है ना, हम लोगों का ट्रेडिशनल बिलीफ. We used to listen to our ancestors, to our father, and our father used to listen to his father, and his father used to listen to his father. That is the traditional thing going on. For a long time, it was believed that all power of a government must reside in one person or a group of persons located at one place only. ये बहुत पहले से ये बिलीव लोगों के मन में है ना, कि गवर्नमेंट को कैसा होना चाहिए, दैट गवर्नमेंट मस्ट रिसाइड इन वन पर्सन. एक आदमी को गवर्नमेंट को रन करना चाहिए, or a group of persons only, and but they must be located at the same place. That is the traditional belief, and that is really a quite major problem for power sharing. बहुत सारे लोग जो पावर शेयर नहीं करना चाहते हैं, they will tell you this reason that why they don't want to share power, because they are having a traditional belief that the government must reside in one person or the group of persons located at one place. So this is one of the problem for power sharing. That is not the problem in power sharing, that is the problem for power sharing, कि ये problems जो है power sharing के लिए है. Number two problem is what? That it was felt that the power to decide, if the power to decide is break up, है ना, अगर मान लेते हैं if you want to take some quick decision, है ना, आपके कंट्री में कुछ ऐसा हो गया और आपको डिसीजन लेना है बहुत जल्द में, then in those countries where the power is shared, then each department will be asked, है ना, before taking such decisions. So it is really, it will take a long time. कभी कभी तो हमारे कंट्री में या दूसरे कंट्रीज में where there is a democratic country, एक डिसीजन लेने में एक साल भी लग जाता है. So that is also one of the problem in power sharing, that it would not be possible to take quick decisions and to even to enforce them also, even to implement them also. That is one of the problem also in power sharing, that you can't take quick decisions because power is shared between different groups or between different departments of the country or between different governments. So if the power is shared, then you will have to ask, है ना, each department, each minister, है ना, before taking some decisions. You will have to do meeting, है ना, बहुत सारे meetings करना हो सकता है, 1 meeting, 2 meeting, 3 meetings. Then after few meetings you can decide. So quick decisions is really very it will take time. I can't say that it is impossible, because still it is possible that you can take quick decisions if you will be quicker enough. So let us see what are the solutions or what are the valuable points for power sharing over here. Number one, points which are favoring power sharing, है ना, जो power sharing के लिए better है, वो सारे points क्या है? Those who are supporting power sharing, which are the points, है ना? Let us see. Number one is what? Emergence of democracy. People are the source of all political power in power sharing. That is one very quite important and major point, which is supporting that all the source of power will lie in the hand of the people only, है ना. सारे सोर्स जो भी है पावर के, वो हमारे हाथों में रहेंगे, पीपल के हाथ में, लोगों के हाथ में रहेंगे. दैट इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट एंड फेवरेबल पॉइंट फॉर पावर शेयरिंग, दैट द पावर विल लाई इन द हैंड ऑफ द पीपल. चाहे वो पॉलिटिकल पावर हो या कोई भी टाइप का पावर हो, मिलिट्री पावर हो, the power will lie in the hand of the people. That is the favoring point for power sharing. Next is one was self government also. People in a democratic country where the power is shared, people they rule themselves through institutions of self government. They used to make rules for them because they are electing their representative, and their representative are thinking about them and making such laws which will just benefit for which will benefit the people of the country. So here it is, there is a chance of self government if the power sharing is what? If the power is shared between the people. Another thing is what? Respect to groups and views also, because due respect you will have to give, due respect to each group of the people with whom the power has been shared. आपको respect करना पड़ेगा. You will have to give respect to all the groups, to all the diverse groups and present in your group, in your country. If all the diverse caste, religion, and different type of peoples, different languages, you will have to respect all the languages, all the religion, and all the people in a democratic country where power is shared. Because if you want to live peacefully, then you will have to respect each other. And that is quite good also. That is also quite moral lessons we will learn if the power will be shared. And the one of the most important is the fourth one is also that equal opportunity is given to all citizens. Everyone in this democratic type of country has the chance to raise his voice, and has a voice in the shaping of public policies. Means your representative will be asked, you will be there in the Vidhan Sabha, in the Lok Sabha, and your representative will be there in the parliament, and they will voice their views also. They will express their views also before implementing or before framing any such law or act in the country, है ना. आपके भी जो रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स है उनको भी चांस है कि आपके लिए वो बोल पाएंगे बिफोर implementation or before framing of any particular law or act in your country. So that is also quite favorable over here, and that's equal opportunity is given to all citizens. We all know over here in our country also that everyone is having one vote, every adult citizen is having one vote, and every one vote has equal value. ऐसा नहीं है कि मिनिस्टर अगर एक वोट देंगे तो उनको दो काउंट हो जाएगा, और एक उत्कर्ष आनंद या शफीक अहमद एक आम आदमी अगर वोट देगा तो उसका काउंट एक होगा. नो, it is not so in a democratic country where the power is shared. Means if you are having one vote and other is having one vote, then vote the values of both the votes are equal over here. So in this way we can say that equal opportunities are given to all the citizens of our country. So these are the problems and the points which are for favoring power sharing in our country or in all the countries which are practicing democratic type of government, my dear student. Okay, let us move to our next topic. What is that one? Let us see forms of power sharing in modern democracies. What are the different forms of power sharing? And this topic is quite very, very important for 5 marks in your board exam. What are the different forms of power sharing? कितने type के या कितने forms होते हैं power sharing के? And the first form is what? Sharing power among different organs of the government. First point is what? That we used to share power among different organs of the government, such as legislature, executive, and judiciary, that we are all having in India also. This is known as horizontal distribution of power because it allows different organs of the government placed at same level to exercise different powers over here. The legislature, executive, and the judiciary are responsible to give answers to each and all, and it means everyone can implement and take participate or can ask question from each. This is the horizontal distribution of power, as it is allowing different organs of government placed at the same level to exercise different powers. Everyone, legislature over here, executive and judiciary, are having different type of power. But many times you might have seen the judiciary is interfering in the legislature group or the executive group also. Suppose the court has ordered to implement a particular act, right, from this particular date. So in this case, we can say that the judiciary used to participate or interfere also in the executive department. The judiciary can order for quick removal of wastages from a particular area, and removing of wastages is not the function of judiciary, but they used to interfere and ask the state government to remove the waste from that particular area in a just quick way. Or they can ask the executive department, or they can ask the ministers to pay certain sum of amount to the people who have been in loss due to the government scheme. If someone has got loss from the government side, then in such cases also government used to order, judiciary department used to order such order that pay a sum of rupees 5 lakh or 2 lakh to this particular person, because that person has incurred loss because of the government. So in such cases we can say that the judiciary can interfere in executive as well as in legislature group also. If the legislature group will do something against the constitution, then the judiciary will interfere there. So in this type of power sharing, where the different where the power is shared between different organs of the department of the government, this is also a quite very good one. This is known as horizontal distribution of power. That is the first form of power sharing from the topic. Hope that you have liked the video, and we will meet again in our next video release of the tutorial. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get the information of the next release of the tutorial. Please share it with your friends and others also. Thank you for the time being. Take care. Stay at home. Bye bye. Take care.